All right, everybody. I am Wild Bill, and this is my buddy Chad in the other screen.
How you doing?
Together, we are I'm Wild Bill and Chad, KC Sports Talk. So we're just two friends. I'm from Kansas City. He's from Kansas City, but he moved to Florida. We still talk, chat, and here we are. And now we have you along with us. So howdy, Chad.
Hey, how you doing, Bill?
Another fun day.
Another fun day in paradise. Yeah, so we're going to talk a little Chiefs football here, and so this is our second show, and after that, we're just going to keep adding shows. We'd like you to subscribe. That would help us get to our goal, which is 50. Or we can do live streams and put as many likes so more people see it. All I gotta say is just do it.
All right.
All right. So this week earlier, or actually, I had a friend that went to the Royals game before we get into it, and he's taking pictures and putting it on Facebook and all that stuff. And he's one guy I want to have come on here and talk with us. Uh, but I look at the record today, and I just like that's got to be tough being a Royals fan at this time.
It absolutely is because I was so glad the other day they finally won a game. They finally won a game. And then they lost again today. Lost again yesterday. I'm going, guys, seriously.
Yeah.
And I love my boys in blue. I love you guys. You guys are great. It's frustrating as a fan to see my favorite team not pulling off the W's that I know that we can do. We've seen it. I mean, we see it. We know it can happen. And it's so disappointing.
Yeah, and it still have a good fan base considering that. I mean, they got a beautiful stadium, beautiful fountains. Um, it's a fun atmosphere at the K. So
Yeah.
I miss going there. Hopefully, they can get some players added and get a better team in there. They got to get a better product.
So get
So
something going because I can't justify spending that much money to go to a game just to see my guys lose. I mean,
yeah, it's
I I, I can't do it. I cannot do it.
yeah.
And I
So
feel so bad because I told the family we were going to try to go to a game this year. If
yeah.
you're not winning, what's the point?
Well, it's tough. I don't even. They shouldn't even be talking about a stadium right now downtown. I know they've been talking about that. uh, You know,
Uh,
and
I don't understand how they think a stadium downtown would ever work. If you've ever been downtown, you'll know that the downtown is not built for that kind of traffic. You go down to Power and Light Station area on the weekends, you cannot drive through there.
yeah,
Back when I was doing roadside assistance and I'd get a call down there, it'd take me 45 minutes just to go a mile down there because you can't get through the dang traffic. It's
no,
ridiculous.
yeah. You can't park anywhere. There's nowhere to park. No, and
Oh,
there's
I
no
get it.
the transportation. There's no monorail. It's not like Philadelphia or
Well,
Chicago. They have the
yeah, they've got
monorails,
that light streetcar, but that just caused even more issues with traffic.
right? It doesn't really provide a quick way of transportation.
It's just getting around downtown easier for some people on that ride it, but I mean, it was supposed to go down La Plaza and then it was supposed to expand from there, and it's just downtown. It doesn't go anywhere. So,
Right. Yeah, I would. I like where the complex is now. Because you got the tailgating. Where are you gonna? I know the Royals really don't do as much tailgating as Chiefs, but still,
yeah,
if you ever have an All-Star game there, I don't know. I think it'd just be tough.
yeah. Well, I would tailgate for the Royals game. I would do it.
Right. But I mean,
That
if you went down,
last time I went to a Royals game, I wasn't able to tailgate then, but I went with other people, so I couldn't do it.
right.
So, you know, if we had planned it, if we had planned it better, we could have tailgated, and that would have been better. I would have liked
Right.
that.
Sure. Sure. It especially if you go with a group of friends and you
Yeah.
know you just have that fun. So
Yep.
so we'll talk about the Royals again, but now we'll move on. I guess to
Absolutely.
Chiefs. Yeah. So there's some questions there. I know you're going to ask me, Bill, and we can get
Yeah.
underway.
Well, we were talking a little bit. What were your thoughts on the AFC West?
Uh, the AFC West as far as the standings. Um,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, of course, I think the Chiefs are going to be, right in a 12, 13 game win. I think they're first. Of course, we're the Chiefs. We got Patrick Mahomes. We got Travis Kelsey. Chris Jones, and then we got the coach. Andy Reid. I was getting ready to say Dick Vermeil, but that's like in the '90s.
Yeah.
But we got Andy Reid. So as long as we use our experience with that, we should be right up there again, and not take things for granted. Number two, I got the Chargers because they got Justin Herbert, the quarterback. They always play us tough, so you can't take them lightly. And then
Yeah.
I got the 49ers. I just don't think Russell Wilson has it anymore. Um, Again, but you still can't take your opponent lightly. They always play us tough because they got a good defense. And then
Yeah.
the Raiders are the last in the division. Um, they got rid of Derek Carr and they got Jimmy Garoppolo. Um, you know, can he stay healthy? I don't even know if he's past his physical yet. Um,
Yeah.
so that's where I see the AFC West. So
Yeah.
you have any comments or feelings on that?
Really? I mean, I just want to see us beat the Denver Broncos, and that makes me happy every time. I love it. Beat the
Beat the,
Broncos. We're good.
do it. Beat those
So,
donkeys. Yeah,
but yeah, I definitely think the Chargers are gonna try to bring it again this year. Um, but I do think Buffalo's gonna be trying, and I think they're gonna try hard, and um, I just I think a lot of the teams are gonna be. I think a lot of them are gonna really try to be making a difference. I don't think that it's gonna keep. I don't think these teams that have been, in the bottom half. Um, I really don't think that they're wanting to stay there, and I think they're going to start trying to do some changing and making things better. It took the Royals 20 years to do that,
right.
and
Yeah,
they're finally doing. They were finally doing better, and then they went bad. But just I think that a lot of these teams, like Denver and we were looking here, um, but Denver and Houston, I really think, and Indianapolis, I really think that those three in particular are really gonna. I think they're gonna have to try to step up and make some big changes. I don't know. I don't know what they want to do for changes, whether it's coaching, whether it's rebuilding the team,
right.
but you got to start somewhere. I mean, you can't be the bottom three or the bottom five over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
You got to make a change.
Well, the coach will definitely lose his job if that keeps up. And I
Yeah.
know Indianapolis. The problem with Indianapolis is I have a cousin. In fact, my mom's side's from Indianapolis. When their quarterback left, I'm trying to think his name, Andrew Luck. He left. He was really good, and that left that franchise and some Desiree there, and they've been trying.
Yeah.
Philip Rivers. They had him come in. They had the guy from Atlanta. What is his name? Can't think of his name. But anyway, my point is they've had these quarterbacks come in. They just
Hmm.
haven't done it. So they need to get a franchise quarterback, and that's
Yeah.
to start for them. And you said the other team, Houston. Houston was other, yeah. they kind of the same thing. They need they had a new coach come in, so I don't know if that'll work. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens. But like you said, they have to start somewhere.
yeah. Well, coaching is a big part of it. A good coach can take bad players and turn them decent, if not good.
Right,
So
right.
hopefully that'll help.
Well, hopefully we'll see. Kansas City win more Super Bowls before they get too much better, right?
Well, I mean, I really think that now that our Chiefs have gotten a taste of the good life here, being on top, I don't think they're going to give it up easy. I really don't.
Right.
I think that they've decided that they like what what's been going on. I think they like the feel of being on top.
Yeah, they certainly did. I mean, I watched the ring ceremony. They got their new rings. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw. Man, those rings are just so ridiculously huge.
I mean, I'm like, yeah, they must weigh a ton, but they can open it up and it has arrowhead on the inside. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
That ring's like $15,000.
yeah. I saw them
So
opening up the boxes. I didn't
that's
get
what.
a really good look at the ring yet, but I was like, man, I mean, the ring is so big it looks like it'd fit over two or three of their fingers. I mean, like
Right.
those like those two or three knuckle rings like people used to have back in the day. The
Yeah,
heavy whatever.
they're they're definitely worth more than my car. So
Yeah,
so
you and me both.
yeah, but that's the way it goes. We're not football players, so we don't. We'd have to get the replica. So
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
like depends on where you go get it, but they look pretty cool as well. So yeah, do you have do you have a team that you think might challenge the Chiefs, or a couple of teams?
Um, right now, I mean, they're making. It looks like there's quite a bit of changes going on. So I don't really know who's going to be. I really don't know who's going to be doing what yet. I think we're
Yeah,
going to have to wait and see into the preseason, see who they've held on to and who's going to be let go, um, because they're still deciding on who's going to stay, who's going to go, and I mean, we've got 7 guys that they've signed from the draft, and um, you know, how many of those are we going to keep?
right.
Is
Well, and speaking of that, I have some as far as I got two teams, and then we're going to talk about those draft picks here in a second.
Yeah,
And I, of course, Cincinnati. They always get a run for money. I
yeah.
like beating them. I can't. Sorry, I can't stand their fans. Macaulay Culkin, the bungholes. I can't stand them. They're always shooting off their mouths. Have Their franchise hasn't even won a Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
we won three, uh, but you need that rivalry to get fired up. And also you have the Buffalo Bills. Um,
Yeah.
Josh Allen and them. And then if they can stay healthy, I would like to see Baltimore beat the snot out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They could be good this year too. But again, depending on the injuries, trades, you know, what's going on there before it starts. You're right. We'll make that prediction, after
I mean,
preseason.
I know we have rivalries with a lot of the teams, but I would really like to see some of these underdog teams really start to come back and do something. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it. I'm a Chiefs fan, die hard, but as long as they're not beating us and we're still number one,
but you like to see
I'd like
somebody
to
else
see.
compete
I'd
with the
like to
Chiefs,
see the other teams do better.
right?
Let's see some. Let's see.
Parity.
Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Let's see the Buffalo. Let's see Buffalo in the bottom three this year, and let's see, like Vegas, see them up, in the middle at least, or doing pretty good. I mean, they were 6-11 last year. Um, you know, we could see Houston or the Colts. We could see them come up and do much better. You know,
Yeah, right.
mix it up a little. You know,
Yeah. As
Just
long as I don't care. As long as we win a
entertainment.
Super Bowl. Yeah. Yeah. I like to see Cincinnati go down, Buffalo go down, and that way, we can win all the games. I'm a little
Yeah,
selfish, Bill. So
yeah. But
do it.
yeah. Speaking of the Super Bowl, last week you asked me what I thought about the Super Bowl, and I was kind of like, eh. Well, my was because of the halftime show. That just ruined it. I loved the game; it was great. But the halftime show just absolutely ruined it. Just you got to have a good you got to have a good halftime show.
Right.
And I still say to this day, Prince, that was the best halftime show I've seen yet. He was phenomenal, playing out there in the rain, really actually playing his guitar, even though he knew he could be electrocuted at any second. Out there playing in the rain.
That's
That
pure excitement there.
man, that just I still watch that on YouTube every so often, and that's one of the best halftime shows I've ever seen. Now I know when here not that long ago, Missy Elliott came out and did the halftime show. That was a great show. I've been a big fan of Missy Elliott since the '80s. She was
Yeah.
great, or yeah, '80s, '90s, whatever when she came out.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I grew up listening to. So
Well, you definitely don't want to think about the halftime show when your Chiefs are playing. So must have been
yeah,
not a very favorable one, but the game itself turned out good.
yeah, yeah. The Chiefs came out ahead. That was the main thing. But I really think that they could have played more about the brothers fighting, the brothers battling it out. I think they could have you know done a little bit more with that. I mean, they did quite a bit with it, but I mean, they could have. I'm not really sure. They could have done something a little bit better, I think, but it turned out great. I'm so glad that our guys won. So
Yeah. And I say let's do it again. So
absolutely. So all right. So who do you think so far would be the biggest threat in the AFC for the
uh,
Chiefs?
the Bungholes, I mean the Bengals, and right after them the Bills. So
Yeah.
um, hey, look, they went 0-3 against Cincinnati before they won an AFC championship last game. But I felt there was time in the game, and each and every one of those games, they had to go up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, only to a stupid fumble or squirting out of the hands like last year in the AFC championship game.
Yeah.
They could have went up by two. I mean, so if you just eliminate, the mistakes, the turnovers, you're going to win those games by double digits. So I think they learned something from the AFC. Hey, if we just
Yeah.
don't turn the ball over and Patrick Mahomes takes what's given to him, and I think the defense this year is going to be people are talking top 10. So like I said, Cincinnati Bills. You have like I said, Baltimore, and then Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets, and then
Yeah.
Miami's going to be pretty decent, but in the end, I think it's going to be those top 3 or 4 I just mentioned.
Yeah.
So
Um, yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree. I'm not really sure. I think that any of the 2 or 3 top teams from last season are going to give us fits. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, I think it'll be. I think everybody's going to try to give us a good fight. I don't
yeah,
think. I think that I heard that they say that this season's going to be easier for the Chiefs than last season. I don't know how true that's going to be yet, but I mean, I definitely think it'll be a good one.
yeah, yeah, I do too. I think as far as the NFC side, top 3 teams right now for me, and it could change. The score, of course, the Eagles, and then I think you have the 49ers.
Yeah.
And if they can keep quarterback healthy in the playoff game, they might have gave the Eagles a run for their money. Um, and then Dallas, but I'm back and forth with Dallas because they seem to lose the big games. So
Yeah.
but we'll see. Maybe we'll add another one or switch positions here after preseason games.
Yep. Alrighty. So
Well,
then, who offensively do you think will have a breakout season?
offensively, I want to say Sky Moore, the rookie receiver for last year. He caught his first touchdown pass, which was in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
on the left hand side flat. Remember that? Um,
Yeah.
so Kadarius caught one before that, and on the right side, and then Sky Moore caught one on the left side. I would just say keep him away from punt returns. Um,
Yeah.
but I think he's fast. He's quick. He's got great hands, and I think he's going to make a difference.
Yeah. We got surprised with some of the players last season when Patrick and Kelsey couldn't connect, and he just had to get rid of the ball and get it to somebody downfield. He made surprising plays with players that we didn't think were going to make the plays, and they did it. And even when Mahomes was hurt, even when he was hurt, he was getting that ball downfield. He was keeping that ball and running the ball. And I mean, he just seemed like he was unstoppable, no matter what. Even hurt, he just did what he had to do to make the play.
Right? Yeah, he did. Um, yeah, that's a good one. Or you always can say Patrick Mahomes can have an
Yeah,
MVP year, right?
yeah,
So, so um, yeah. I mean, of course, we'll see what Travis Kelsey does. I
yeah.
think he'll have another 1,000 yards this season.
Oh, easily,
Yeah.
easily. I
Uh,
mean, even when he can't get free and he's double teamed, you know, that just means that Mahomes is going to have to find these other guys open or make the play himself, and that's going to get these other guys. It's going to get their stats up too.
yeah.
So, and then they're going to, well, we can't double team Kelsey all the time, so they're going to have to spread it out again. Then Kelsey gets to make them plays because 1-on-1, Kelsey can't be stopped. I mean, they may stop him every once in a while, but they can't do it all the time.
Right. And I think you know Kadarius Tony, if he can stay healthy, he's quick. He can make unbelievable plays. So, but they thought once he got rid of Tyreek Hill, people think, oh, they're done. No, I think that makes Mahomes throw it to the open receiver
Yeah,
and not force it in there
yeah,
all the time. So,
yeah. And he forced some of them plays that I didn't think was going to happen, and I mean, you can't help but jump up off the chair or the couch and just go, what just happened? You just,
yeah, it's like wake up, time to wake up. You know.
oh, I mean,
Uh,
you're just going, okay, okay. Oh, no. Oh, my God. He got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. I mean, it just,
uh,
oh,
yeah, you're just like, oh, okay, that's good. I'll take it.
yep. Three best words I've ever heard in my life. I'm telling you.
That is.
So, who on defense do you think is going to have a breakout season?
Uh, I think Nick Bolton, I'm going with the linebacker. I think he's going to have a lot of tackles,
Yeah,
and I think he's going to have some strip sixes this year. Had one in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to be even better this year. So,
good deal.
so that's the one I
Okay.
got.
So, we were talking about some of the draft picks, and I was looking at the seven guys. We have Felix from K State with defense, uh, Rashee Rice from SMU for offense. Uh, what is that? Wanya Morris from Oklahoma. He's offense. Shamari Connor from Virginia Tech. He's a safety. B.J. Thompson from SFA. He's outside linebacker. Keandre Coburn from Texas. He's a defensive lineman. And Nick Jones from Ball State, and he's a cornerback. Just from looking, I mean, they all look like they'd be great players. Everyone.
Right. Yeah.
I do think that Felix from K-State would be a great addition to the team. Just looking, he got 20 sacks when he was there. He was forcing fumbles. I think that'd be a great addition to our line. And then for offense, I think Wanya Morris from Oklahoma. He's a good blocker.
Big dude there.
Yeah, I think he'd definitely help get Mahomes enough time, give him enough room to stay in the pocket and not get pressured and make the plays that he needs to play, whether he throws it, hands it off to somebody, or runs it himself. I mean, that's going to be our main thing, is getting that defensive line to where Mahomes is comfortable in the pocket, so he's not scrambling every other play.
That would be nice.
We have got to give him enough time to get that ball downfield and make them big plays.
I agree. I think that would be. He's a big guy. I think he's what they say. He's really good. So.
And as long as I can remember, I've been cussing the Chiefs for being a second half team. They just don't seem to be pushing themselves hard enough in the first half, but they seem to come out in the second half and then try even harder in the second half. I wish they had that same fire and drive from the very beginning, from the first kick, the first snap, just go out, just hardcore from the beginning to end, the whole time that way.
Yeah. Not wait till the last minute. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they come out. You're behind 20-some points at halftime, and then you come back in the second half. Where was that in the first half? Where was that where was that from the beginning?
You're talking about the Texan game in the playoff. They're down by 24.
I'm talking about just so many games when they're down by 2 or 3 touchdowns, and you're just going, how is this going to happen? And then they come back and win.
Yeah.
Oh, I swear they're going to give me a heart attack. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's when you need an Alka-Seltzer Plus or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice, I'm looking forward to see what he can do. So,
yeah,
receiver. So we'll see what kind of, if he's, I hope he's good in the slot, so we'll see.
I just think that, I think we could probably use most of these guys and make a pretty good team with them. Because you got to have your veterans, you got to have the new guys to keep that fresh blood in the team, to keep the team young. Right. But you got to have the veterans to teach the young guys.
That's true.
So I just hope that this year we've got a good mix of both, and everybody's hungry enough to make them big plays so we can stay up top.
Well, I think that they have the coaches to do it, and a mixture of, even if some of these players are just a backup, it's great. So they'll be there for the next season as well. So
absolutely.
So one other thing I want to talk about is, now we have those draft picks and all that. We're waiting for Chris Jones. Keep hearing he's going to get extended contract. And we want that because that guy had 15 sacks last year.
Yeah.
He's the heart and soul of that defensive line. And I talked about Nick Bolton being the come-out player, but he's really the team captain of that defense, at least on the defensive line there.
Yeah.
They need to pay him, but also he needs to finish out his contract, so there's kind of catch-22 there.
Yeah. You know, Mahomes has already come off of, he's already restructured his contract to free up money for the team. He took a loss to help the team. And now we've got other players that are over here saying, well, I need more money. When there is no more money for the team to give, you're just shooting yourself in the foot, I think, trying to force more money. Because when they can't give you more money and they can't restructure the contract yet or whatever is going on, you're either going to get kicked off the team or, I mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You can't force money when there isn't any.
Right, and that
And
salary cap is like coming down like this because you're spending so much money.
yeah, they've got a lot of money going out right now for this team, and I mean it's hard to spend. It's hard to spend more on that good talent when there isn't that much to spend yet.
Right, and
So
yeah,
I
Chris.
really hope they can work something out. I really do because I'd hate to see him go. Um, it would not be good for the team, but I mean, if it really came down to it, though, there are other players I think that we could get to fill his spot. It may not, it won't be the same. It won't be the same. But, you know, it's like I said, Felix from K State. He could come in here and, you know, he's done, he had the 20 sacks and he was forcing the fumbles. So, I mean, if that's what it takes, is us to have somebody like Felix come in or, you know, somebody that we have already that can fill that spot, and then Felix comes in on another spot to help out. You know,
Well,
I
here's
just
my. Sorry
go
to cut
ahead.
you off, Bill.
No, it's all good.
Before I forget this thought, because
Yeah,
I agree with you that that's what has to happen. But my fear is kind of like what happened to Tyreek Hill. He thought he needed all this money, right? And the team got sick of that attitude and said, "Okay, we'll trade you." So
yeah,
that could happen, and then you're going to have your young players come in.
yeah. Well, I mean, we've all seen it happen before on with the Chiefs. We've seen it happen with the Royals. We've seen it happen with other teams. Somebody will get that big head and say, "Oh, well, I need more money." Well, we've got a contract. You're getting this much money for these next few years, or 3 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. You're getting this. You can't get any more. If you want more than that, we got to see a lot more on the field. We got to see a lot more, you know, in practice. We got to see a lot more off the field. We got to see more, 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 more. And it's some of these players aren't willing to do that.
Right. I mean, do I think Chris Jones has earned it? Yes, I do. But he needs to do the contract extension where he add more money to the salary cap this year.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, it's all about your attitude and uh, a little bit of sacrifice because Chris Jones, when he won the Super Bowl against the 49ers,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, we're going to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Super Bowls because, you know, you should be boasting at your chest after you win Super Bowls, right?" But that's what he said. So a part
Yeah.
of that is going, okay, I'm going to do what Patrick Mahomes is doing. I mean, if you can't live off of, $4 or $5 million, I mean, I could give it to me. I'll make it happen. But these
Bloody.
guys, but these guys
Oh,
are making way more than that.
I'm telling you, so many of us would be so happy with a tenth of that.
Right, right. I love football, but they get paid a lot of money, and money that
Yeah.
I'll never see. So,
Well, I mean, they're playing a game that I know I physically couldn't do at this point in my life.
oh no, I get
I
smeared.
know I couldn't do it, and you know, they have the severe risk of concussions and injuries and
Right.
broken bones and dislocated fingers and so on and so forth. I know, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it, I've felt it. I mean, I've just playing sports myself, I've been hurt.
Right.
So nowhere near on that league either. So It
Right.
just,
And that'll affect your body the rest of your life. Some of these
yeah,
guys are, you know, sitting at home with some major
I,
arthritis.
yeah, I get that these guys deserve to get paid. Oh, I definitely agree with that. But I think that it's gotten a point where the money has gotten way too high,
Right.
you know, and the NFL, they make a crap ton of money, and they're tax exempt. So
That's all right though.
they're
I,
making
I
money hand over fist.
I hope they work it out. That's the main thing. We need
Yeah,
him to play. Him on
it,
our team.
I hope he does. I hope they all work it out and they can come back and he stays. That'd
Right.
be
So that's what I mean by have mixed emotions about this because on one hand, yeah, I think he deserves to be paid, but
absolutely. I think
but
everybody deserves to be paid, but
you know, but anyway, that's what. And we'll see what happens here. If there's any updates on Chris Jones, of course, we're gonna give our thoughts on it. So that's awesome.
yeah.
There. Um, is there anything that you want to talk about, Bill?
Um, no, not at the moment. I think we've covered it all. I'm just so ready for preseason. I'm ready to find out, who our final roster is going to be with the Chiefs. I am so excited for this next season. I'm ready to go. I just 100% go Chiefs. I'm ready.
Right.
Uh, I'm. This is going to be a great season.
So last, of course, we're gonna put out some more content
Sure.
in between this time, but the last preseason game, uh, post game, we're gonna have a show in between there before the season starts, and we're gonna go game by game and just give our predictions of you know who's gonna win. Of course, I like to say anytime that Patrick Mahomes plays, he's gonna win every game, but you
Yeah.
really don't want to win every preseason or every uh, regular season game because what happens is then you get beat in the playoffs. You get what a you've seen it happen with the Patriots where they won every single regular season, then they go to the Super Bowl and they lose to the Giants. So
Yeah. Yeah. I really don't expect us to win every game. I mean, that'd be great, but I don't think that we're going to win every game this year. I mean, I figure we're going to lose one or two, but I just think that they'll come out ahead like every time, every other time. Especially with Mahomes. I mean, that kid just absolute phenom. I can't wait to see what he's got planned for the next game. I love the all the goofy plays that they do, and
snow
I just
globe.
I can't wait for the next one. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, maybe a behind the back pass. We'll see.
Yeah,
He's been doing practicing that one. Hopefully he'll throw it to the right player on that one. I think he will. But
yeah,
yeah. So anyways, like I said, we'd like you to subscribe to our station and reach our goal of 50. Um, we have a lot of friends out there. I mean, I got a lot of friends on Facebook. I'm waiting for them to subscribe. I know they're busy with their families and everything.
yeah.
But this is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Absolutely. Happy Father's Day to me, to you, and everybody else out there who has them kids. Take care of your family. Love them up.
All right.
Enjoy.
Well, you got everybody subscribe. I think we're good to go here. So we'll see you next time.
Oh yeah. I will holler at you later, Chad. You take her easy, bud.
All right. See ya. Cheers.
See y'all later.
Bye.